What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the top 10 January transfer upgrades or January upgrades as voted for through social media by you guys who are watching. Now, of course, a lot of you aren't going to agree with these top 10, but it was voted via a straw poll that you can see in the description below. The straw poll may not completely indicate exact orders right now because the amount of votes that came in afterwards have changed it a little bit. And I'm sure people will vote on it even through watching this video. But at the time of making this video, when I took the top 10, the 10 you're about to see were the top 10. The 10 that are on the screen now were 10 nominees that didn't make the top 10 but could still get upgrades but just aren't part of the top 10, and that's Muller, I think, definitely deserves an upgrade. Koscielny potentially, Payet potentially, Harry Kane in my opinion definitely deserves an upgrade, Keylor Navas an upgrade, Sergio Roberto has really shown his colours for Barcelona this season, taking up filling in roles where Barcelona have been lacking, whilst Messi's been injured. He's played out on the right wing, he's done a great job, he plays in centre midfield, he's done a great job. We've got Tete from Ajax, Butland from Stoke has had a great season, Weigl from Dortmund, and Mahrez probably for me deserves one of the biggest upgrades of this campaign so far. I actually think Mahrez probably deserves to go to like a 78, 79 rated card. That being said, his card as a silver is actually fantastic. 80 pace and 80 dribbling with 70 shooting is really, really strong. But Leicester after 13 games are sat right at the pinnacle, right at the top of the table. So these 10 on the screen right now, guys, are 10 that you could potentially see upgraded. Possibly all of them will be upgraded, but they're not the actual top 10 for us to be upgraded. Before we get into the official top 10, first of all, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, that'd be much appreciated. If you guys want to get any Nepo Designs clothing, any Team Select clothing, link is in the description below. Use the discount code NEP20 NEP20 for 20% off your entire order. So without further ado, the top 10. So guys, at 10th spot in the straw poll came Lewandowski. Of course, he broke records, scoring 5 goals in 9 minutes. He's had generally a fantastic season. I do believe he's going to get an upgrade. I personally believe he'll get a two-bar upgrade, and I think he deserves that as well. He's really shown himself as one of the best strikers in world football right now, and that should be rewarded with a 2-point upgrade. Because he's already an 87, he probably, if he gets upgraded, will only get a 1-point upgrade. That's just my personal opinion. The stats on the card, though, don't necessarily reflect an upgrade. It's just a bit of like, we've just boosted the stats by a couple. But number 10, guys, Robert Lewandowski. He's got the chip shot trait. He's got a lot of specialities. Not used often in FIFA, even though his card's remarkable. 80 pace, 84 dribbling, 85 shooting, 80 physical, 74 passing. One of his biggest problems is last year he had 4-star skill moves. This year he does not. But Robert Lewandowski, guys, comes in at number 10. In at number 9, guys, is England's goal-scoring hero, Dele Alli. So in the game so far, he has no specialties and no traits. And one thing that I wish EA would actually do year on year when upgrading players is also upgrading things like specialities, traits, weak foots and skill moves, because sometimes people deserve a skill move or a weak foot upgrade and they just don't get it because it's only the card that's upgraded. But I think Dele Alli is due for a big upgrade. He's already got a nice card for a 67 rated. I do believe he's going to go to a 74 rated silver. He could potentially go to a gold, but I think the gold would be for next year's game, FIFA 17, whereas a 7-point upgrade from a 67 to a 74 I think is very good. Dele Alli comes in at number 9. In at number 8 was a contentious one for me, and that's Mesut Ozil. And the reason why I believe it's a contentious one is because whilst I believe Mesut Ozil is playing very, very good right now, as an Arsenal fan and as a huge Mesut Ozil fan, I don't know whether he actually deserves an upgrade. You guys felt like he deserves an upgrade. I don't necessarily know if he deserves an upgrade. I think 87 is fine for an overall card stat. I just think some of his actual card attributes deserve to be upgraded. So I would personally say his passing should be upgraded to maybe 88, maybe 89. His dribbling as well, probably a little bit higher than 88, maybe 89 or 90. He's very, very clever on the ball. When you see him play for Arsenal, he's very cheeky with the ball. He's got a lot of good skill moves. And I just feel like his passing and dribbling should potentially be upgraded a little bit. But I believe his card stat is fine as an 87. But if they are going to upgrade his passing and or his dribbling as a whole, they are going to have to improve his card stats. So I think Ozil there will go up to an 88, and that moves us on to the next card, which is Hector Bellerin. We've got another Arsenal player. It's actually like this is like bombarded with BPL star players actually. Bellerin has shown incredible growth over the last 12 months through Arsenal, and I definitely believe he deserves an upgrade. I think his pace deserves to be 93, maybe a little bit higher. I think his defending abilities deserve to be probably a little bit like you know, he's got 72 right now. He's a good defender. I think 78 is fair. He's physical to be upgraded. His dribbling probably should be upgraded a bit more than from 74 to 77. But, like, again, those card stats, the actual stats, are just an interpretation of what a bumped up card would be, not an exact of what I actually think it is going to be. But yeah, I think Hector Bellerin is definitely a shoe-in for a massive upgrade through the January upgrades, because he's played fantastic for Arsenal and he's really proven himself as a strong BPL right back. For some reason, he's German as a new right back. That's just shouldn't be there. Apologies for that. Bellerin, not German. Next up, guys, we've got Philippe Coutinho. Definitely, in my opinion, deserving of an upgrade. He's played fantastic for Liverpool this season, even through some of their struggles through the early season. He's really setting the game alight right now. I think him and Firmino work well together in the midfield. Yeah, just in general, I think his card is actually quite a nice card. I just feel like it needs a little bit of a lift, because an 84 just isn't enough for a guy that, in my opinion, has proven himself as one of the best cams in the BPL this season. So definitely a nice upgrade for Coutinho to come. And that puts us into the next person. We're getting close to the top now, guys. We get Aubameyang. I think, personally, Aubameyang deserves a huge upgrade. That might be because I like him in FIFA and I like him in real life, but the guy has shown he's a clinical goal scorer. Pace upgrade, not necessarily. Shooting upgrade, definitely. Dribbling upgrade, definitely. Whether he goes from an 82 to an 83 or an 84 or an 85 is neither here nor there, but the guy is definitely deserving of an upgrade. He's proven himself at Dortmund. He's proven himself in the Bundesliga. He scores a lot of goals. He single-handedly at times brings Dortmund out of a hole to win them games this season. They've already slipped behind Bayern in the table, but Aubameyang, even in the loss last weekend, he still managed to score a goal. Like, the guy just scores so many goals, and he's definitely deserving of an upgrade, in my opinion. And that takes us to, I think this is number 2 now, which is Chris Smalling. Now, I've only given Chris Smalling a 2-point upgrade, but again, this is one of those ones that could potentially be 3, 4 or 5 points upgrade. I just don't know how EA will necessarily handle it. Chris Smalling has been incredible for United this season. I wouldn't say an unsung hero, because he is starting to get the credit he deserves, but he's really emerged as not only a front runner as one of the best defenders in the Man United squad, not only a front runner as one of the best defenders in the BPL, but also as one of England's best centre-backs and having a huge future ahead of him. I think Smalling deserves an upgrade, a big upgrade. I think his defending and his physical ability is far better than his card suggests. I actually think his passing is also far better than his card suggests. Pace, it's very difficult to judge defenders on pace because of the way EA handle pace with defenders. Like, Laurent Koscielny is as fast, if not faster, than some strikers that have 85, 88 pace. But because he's centre-back, his pace gets reduced just in a way to kind of make the game a little bit more balanced. So Chris Smalling with 78 pace, probably fair. And that takes us in, guys, to the second spot. This is second place. Chris Smalling was third place. This is second place, and it is Neymar. And I definitely think Neymar deserves a 2-point upgrade. I can't see him getting a 3-point upgrade, because to put him as a 91, that puts him so close to Messi and Ronaldo. That being said, I personally believe he is so close to Messi and Ronaldo. He is unbelievable. He absolutely tore Real Madrid apart in the El Clasico last weekend. You know, he's top scorer in La Liga. He carried Barcelona. Him and Suarez together have carried Barcelona like you wouldn't believe. For me, top 3 players in world football right now, and that should be reflected by his card. You know, you got Robben on a 90, you got Ibra on an 89, you got Hazard as an 88. Neymar, he deserves to go up to an 90, 100%. In at second place, guys, this is the third second place we've had. I can't count. This is the third second place we've had. So Neymar was number 3. Douglas Costa is number 2. Douglas Costa as well, another player who's just absolutely come on leaps and bounds this season. You know, he's an 81 rated right mid for Bayern. I reckon he'll get bumped up to 83, but in the very near future, and I truly believe in like the next sort of year or 2, we could be seeing him as like an 86 or an 87, because he is unbelievable. 5-star skill moves. He's got a few good traits and specialties. He's played absolutely insane for Bayern this season, at times carrying them. I do believe he maybe should deserve a bigger passing upgrade, but because he's a right midfielder, EA will kind of focus on the winger kind of traits, so the pace, the dribbling and the shooting. Although I think his passing should be in like the, the low 80s. I do believe he's got a great foot on him for passing. He's got a great shot. He's proven that with some of the goals that he scored. He's got incredible tricks and skills, and he's very fast. He's like a complete package for Bayern. And as someone to step into the mantle for Robben and Ribéry, who are, they're in their 30s now, they're getting towards the end of their career, Douglas Costa is a magnificent replacement and will definitely be in the winter upgrades, and probably in like FIFA 17 a bonus upgrade again. I think he'll get upgraded a lot. He's a great player and comes in at number 2. And that does leave us now for the official number 1, and that, guys, is Jamie Vardy. So a second Leicester player in the top 20 that we've had here today. I feel like this guy needs to be rewarded heavily for his unbelievable achievements so far this season. He's helped Leicester City to the top of the table after 13 games. He's equalled Ruud van Nistelrooy's long-time goal-scoring record of scoring in 10 consecutive BPL games, and now he has the chance on the weekend to break that record and become the first ever player to score in 11 consecutive games in the Premier League. He in general is just brilliant on the field. He's scored against some of the best teams in the Premier League. It's not like he's scoring against minnow teams, which Leicester could have been considered themselves at the start of the season. He's putting in goals against everybody, and for me and for a lot of the FIFA community and probably for EA, he deserves a huge upgrade. I don't even know if 80 is a high enough rating for him based on this season's performance, but is he a one-hit wonder? Do you know what I mean? Like last year, people worried that Harry Kane had a great season and wasn't going to be able to come through this season. He had a shaky start. He's actually come through this season. He's banging the goals in. Is Vardy going to be the kind of guy that has this unbelievable string of like luck or ability or goals, and then when the pressure hits and he doesn't score for a game or two, he crumbles and falls by the wayside? Who knows? Me personally though, based on his achievements alone this season, I think he deserves to go up to a gold card. I think he should be an 80 rated. I think his finishing needs to be improved massively, his pace to be improved as well, and definitely a very great choice in at number 1. So this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. Of course, you may well disagree. Put your top 3 in the description below who you think will be upgraded, and we'll take a look at what the community feels outside of what my social media feels, because obviously I didn't ask on YouTube, I asked through Twitter and Instagram and etc. So let me know, guys, who you think are the top 3 to be upgraded this winter. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.